talking to the newest member of the Atlanta Hawks. You ready to go to work?
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Well, can we stop a minute and talk about dreams? I know you're ready to go to work, and you're the first-round pick, which I'm sure was a dream when you were growing up, just to get to the next step. So even though you're ready to go to work, just tell me about the dream of having kind of achieved this goal.
Yeah, I mean, my whole circle always told me I was talented and gifted, and it's. I mean, like you said, it's a dream come true, but it's so important instilling confidence, into a young kid, someone who can, see the progression of the years and the growth that you have. It's just super important to have.
And you're exceptionally lucky in that this is the team that you grew up loving. So just talk about that, ending up here with the Hawks.
It means a lot, and I'm just super excited to be part of a program that is excited about me just as much as I'm excited about them. And, growing up as a Hawks fan, having a Kyle Korver jersey, going to those games at State Farm Arena and Phillips Arena, it's just super special.
How would you describe your 1 year at UGA, and what will it mean to kind of still stay in the neighborhood of Dog fans as well?
That's why I really wanted to come to the Hawks is, just being right down from the road, having my guys, Coach White, Daryl Harden, and my brother, Asa Newell, right down the road. If I, go through those rookie pains, I can have, some of those guys, right down the road, helping support me.
For Hawks fans that may not have had a chance to see you play in college, how would you describe your game, and where do you expect to be impactful?
You're going to get a winner. You're going to get someone who's impactful on both sides of the end, offensively, defensively. I'm extremely versatile, can guard, block shots, dunk on people, and space the floor.
I've heard you described as somebody who grinds and who has a motor. Just talk about that extra intensity that maybe you bring and your desire to win so bad.
It's super important because a lot of guys don't do it. It's often, overlooked by, players. They just want to go one-on-one, shoot a bunch of step-back threes. But someone who does the dirty work, doesn't go unnoticed to, a great organization like the Atlanta Hawks, and I feel like I can add that to them.
What's next for you this summer as you get ready? What's the plan?
I got to put on more size, gear up for the summer league, get in the best shape of my life. Being a professional, you don't have to worry about schoolwork anymore, so my schedule's going to be a little bit easier because I don't got to worry about turning in those papers and whatnot. But, just being a professional before a professional.
Now, a few years ago, there was a Georgia Bulldog who came through here named Dominique. He's got a statue. He's got a display in Springfield, Massachusetts at the Hall of Fame. What's the future look like for you?
I just really want to live up to, Dominique and, be someone who Hawks fans really care about down the road.